I don't have to tell you who I am, I don't have to tell you my name, pero I can tell you kung ano ang nangyayari sa bata na ito at anong nangyayari dyan sa loob ng bahay na ito. Too late na, pati yung apo, anak na rin, may anak na rin sa lolo niya. So, we have to be very proactive in our work in protecting the children. In cases of sexual violence, we know that often victims would rather suffer in silence and endure the abuse and hope it stops. Some of them do that. Some of them, hindi talaga nila alam na aabuso na ako. And they would choose to suffer in silence because of fear of being shamed, fear for their security, or the security of their loved ones. Or, this is common as well, fear of being blamed. Please take your seat. To my DepEd family, our stakeholders, our guests, ladies and gentlemen, assalamualaikum. Padayaw o maayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Mahalaga ang araw na ito, hindi lang dahil tayo ay nagdiriwang sa pagtatapos ng national, dahil ang Department of Education ay may ihandog na regalo para sa ating mga kabataan. Ito ang regalo ng pagkakaroon ng ligtas na espasyo o safe space para sa ating mga kabataan. Today, we are introducing to you the Learners' Rights and Protection Office and the national hotline that will allow us to receive child protection complaints from learners through landline, email, and messages through our Facebook page. The hotline is called the Learners Telesafe Contact Center Helpline. I was introduced to the Child Protection Unit noong mga unang linggo ko dito sa Department of Education. So I started going around the compound of the DepEd Central Office, and then went up and down our buildings, and then I found this little tiny space nung nakita ko na merong Child Protection Unit ang Department of Education, because child protection is really very close to my heart. So I called on them and then I said, can you tell me what you are doing as the CPU of the Department of Education? So here comes Attorney Suzette and her team. So ang dami. Sinabi ko na, I'm confused. Where do you really want to go? What do you really want to do? So I told them, okay, I will give you time. You sit down, you think about the threat to our learners. And once you come up with a list of the threats to our learners, come up with things that you want to do. And I am happy that you came up with We Protect Learners. There you outline what you really intend and what you want to do to make spaces for our learners. And shinare ko sa Child Protection Unit yung experience ko as City Mayor of Davao. I learned this in Davao City and I learned the hard way. Noong pagbalik ko as mayor, we always get deaths of children because of abuse. Ginulpi, bata. And then we got these cases, parang isang buwan, ngayon isa, and then 1 month lang dumaan, meron na namang isa na namatay. And then I was asking our city social welfare and development office. I was asking our social workers, bakit dumadating tayo pagpatay na yung bata? Bakit hindi ninyo alam na there is something happening already in the houses, in the communities? And then we found out through our interviews in the communities na karamihan sa atin, ugali natin, hiyo din natin na magulo yung ating paninirahan doon sa community. So what we usually do is keep quiet, turn a blind eye, turn our heads away, and then think about as if na hindi nangyayari yan. Because that is not my problem, because that is not happening in my house. So ganun ang at pag-uugali ng mga tao sa mga communities, mga residents. So sabi ko, well, the reason why pag dumadating tayo, patay na yung bata dahil hindi naman natin alam. And hindi natin malalaman kung hindi talaga walang magsusumbong sa atin na merong nangyayaring ganyan. So I told, very simple, I told them, create where I can report. I don't have to tell you who I am. I don't have to tell you my name. Pero I can tell you kung ano ang nangyayari sa bata na ito at anong nangyayari dyan sa loob ng bahay na yan. And that was very simple. We opened a hotline and then we created a jingle. I told our public information office, our city information office, I told them, you get a vanity number, yung madali maalala na number, the jingle sa buong syudad. And then we did. And ang pinakauna na mga natuto noong jingle ay ang mga bata. They learned the hotline, they learned the number through the jingle na kahit saan kami pumupunta or kahit ano yung event, sabi ko, ulitin nyo lang ng ulitin. Ipatugtog yung catchy jingle natin. And so, everyone learned the number, everyone learned the jingle. We started getting unit na kapartner nung aming hotline. So our hotline team had to have the rescue, they had to have vehicles, so lumaki yung ginagawa ng City Social Welfare and Development Office namin. And before I stepped, that was in 2016, and I stepped down in 2022, and after 2 deaths, wala na kaming deaths in Davao City because of abuse. So napakadali na mag-isip ng mga ways, yung mga challenges kung bakit hindi tayo nakakatulong sa bata na nangangailangan ng tulong. So I shared it with CPU. Sabi ko kaya tayo nagugulat na lang sa balita kasi hindi natin alam. Now, kailangan natin sila na lumapit sa atin and magsabi sa atin kung ano ang problema so that we know where to help. And ang kapares noon is, I told them as well, for the child to understand that I am being abused.